Okay, finally, the next important part is being able to use your calculator in order to evaluate. So if you have your calculator handy, please grab it so you can follow along. What you're going to find is it's not overly challenging, this part. So for example, you can only use your calculator when you know everything on the right side. Now, before we move any further, I'm going to put an important note for you here. Your calculator will only work for base 10. Okay? So it has to be base 10. So all the examples obviously on this page I'm going to do is base 10. And we'll talk about what happens if not in the next slide here. So I got my calculator out. BAC. And all set to go. So how do you plug this in? You hit your log button. So the log button, log button's located right here where my arrow's pointing. Okay, if you're using your own calculator, you got to find the LOG button. So as soon as you hit log, you'll notice there's no subscript. Well, it's no subscript because of this right here. The calculator only works in base 10, so it's assuming you know that, so it's not even going to show you. And we can start writing it as well that way. Whenever it's base 10, you don't have to put the subscript in. Simply plug in your 15. Okay, some calculators are going to be the opposite direction, and there you go. So it's 1.18. So 1.18. So there's two types of calculators. So calculators. So type 1, you would plug in, you would hit your log button. So let's do that a little bit different. So you'd hit your log button, and then you would hit 15, and you would hit equals. Some people that have the older style calculator like mine, you'd have to put the 15 in first, and then hit the log button. And you don't even have to hit equals then. Okay? So please make sure you know which type of calculator you have, whether it's a type 1 or whether you got a type 2 calculator. Okay, we'll do a couple others here so you can double check to make sure you can get the right answers. So y equals log 22 and y equals log 125. All right, so you're using your own calculator. Make sure you can get these answers. If not, it's kind of frustrating for test purposes. So log 22. 1.34, and for the other one, log 125, it's 2.10. All right, oops, that's not going to work, it'll disappear. So anyway, there you go. So make sure you know how to use your calculator. Now, what happens if it's not base 10? Because everyone's asking after seeing that statement, you know, similar to exponentials with common base. Is everything going to be base 10? A lot of applications, yes, they are base 10. Actually, real-world examples, we use base 10. But there is the chance, and we will run across, and there'll be questions like this in the homework, what happens if it's not base 10? So what happens if it is y equals log base 7 of 20. So we'll keep it easy. I'm going to show you the calculation, and then I'll show you the shortcut, or I should say I'm going to show you the proof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this in exponential form for you, and you should be able to follow along. So in exponential form, this is 20 equals 7 to the exponent y. Okay? So just rewrite as exponential. Okay. Now, I want base 10. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the golden rule of algebra. Whatever you do to one side, you're going to do the other. So I'm going to take log base 10 of both sides. Okay, so that's my next step. Okay. So this is step 1. Here's step 2. So I'm going to take the log of both sides. So that means I'll have log base 10 of 20 equals log base 10 of 7 to the exponent y. All right? So it's like taking, I'm going to square both sides, or I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Okay? I'm just going to take the log base 10 of both sides. It's a valid algebraic operation. This is the only thing that that's going to be kind of odd to you because we haven't talked about it. We're talking about it in the next video. Okay? For log base b to the m to the exponent n, okay? So if we're taking the log of something that has an exponent, this is equal to n log base b m. So the exponent actually is now a coefficient. And you're going to say, why? I'm going to do the proof for this tomorrow or in the next video. Okay? So for now, I'm just going to say, you know what? Just trust me on this. Okay? This is the truth. And in the next video, it's one of those things, do I show you properties first or do I show you how to use your calculator first? So now, if you believe me with step 3, okay, now we want to isolate for the y value. So can we isolate for the y value? And the answer is yes, because log base 10 of 7, it's just a number. So we're going to divide both sides by log base 10 of 7, log base 10 of 7. So when we do that and isolate for y, we now have y equals log base 10 20 over log base 10 7. Okay, and we can rewrite it as log 20 over log 7. Now let's just talk about quickly, where does this come from? Where do these, watch where we started from. So back here, because I want you to be able to go from here to here in one step. So where did the 20 come from? The 20 was the argument. Okay, where did the 7 come from? The 7 was the base. Okay, so for base not equal to 10, the following is true. So log, let's go base b of a. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making a connection here. I'm saying that this is the same as this right here. Okay, how can we rewrite it? We can rewrite it as log base 10 of a. Let's see if I can write that nice and neat for you. Log base 10 of a divided by log base 10 of b. You want to put this in a red box for yourself. Make sure it gets on the cheat sheet. All right. So a couple of examples with this. Group it. I just want to make sure. Oh, yeah. Just a couple of examples. So it's going to be solve or calculate. So the first one, if I tell you that y equals log base 12 of 45, you can't use your calculator to do this, but you can do, or it's the same as log 45 over log 12. Oops, I keep wanting to make it as a subscript, but it's not. So it's base 10, so I have no subscript, which indicates it's base 10. Now you can do this on your calculator. So pull up your calculator. Move it over here. Turn it on clear. So log base 12 of 45, so that's what I'm calculating, is simply log 45 divided by log 12. So the answer would be 1.53. Okay, you just got to make that simple switch. So we'll do one more example. Y equals log 2.5 of 100. Okay, log of 2.5, log of base 2.5 of 100. Again, calculator cannot do the 2.5, so you need to know that this is the same as log base 10 of 100 divided by log base 10 of 2.5. And then you can just go ahead and you use your calculator for that. So extremely important that you can do this, because all the application questions are going to require you to use your calculator. So if you're unable to use your calculator at this point, going forward becomes even more challenging. So the answer there is 5.03. All right. So today's homework is going to be, it looks like a lot, but it's very, very quick. A couple of the questions are just rearranging into exponential. A couple are just rearranging into logarithmic, and then practicing with your calculator. So very, very important that you're able to run through with your calculator. Okay, I can't stress that enough. If you have any problems with the calculator, please let me know and I'll give you a hand so that you can get the homework done.